yeah, I was hoping that the chat would definitely work. I am hoping you guys get the notification and everything clicks in. Hello, hello, hello. My beautiful soul tribe. Happy holidays. We made it. We survived. I feel like you guys have been pulling on me and that you guys wanted me. So what I'm doing is I'm going to warm up since I've been gone for a few days. I'm going to warm up and kind of tap in before I start doing my privates, okay? So if I owe you a private, just bear with me. I've been tapped out since for the holidays. The holidays were very hectic for me. So this is going to be my warm up. This is going to be my attempt to tap back in. I'm just getting my system together. Hopefully you guys get the notifications and y'all jump in and we can go ahead and do some things. Hey, big strength. I decided that I was going to get my smokes together once I started the live up, so the comments could get a little seasoning and any of y'all that want to jump in can jump in. Hey, is it 10 Mac or 10? Y'all know I don't see too good. I think it's 10. Is it Tam? No, it's Tamm. Hey, Tam. Hey, honey. How y'all doing? Happy Sunday. I hope y'all holidays was good. Hey, pretty trap groomer. Thank you. You know, blonde does, I gotta admit, blonde is flattering to me. And that's strange to feel that way at this age, because I remember my mom used to tell me when I was young and I would get my hair done and I would wear dark hair. She like, I don't like you with dark hair. And I'm like, why? She like, it does nothing for you. This is before I ever tried blonde hair. She hate, and I didn't understand it. I'm like, Mom, my hair, well, my hair is sandy brown. It's sandy brown. Country folks, as my country granddaddy called me, that old redhead gal. He couldn't pronounce my name. He was country. He couldn't pronounce that name. He ain't had time for that. He called me that old redhead gal. But thank you. Yes. Yes, I do. I do. Hey Jay, is it JR? I'm sorry y'all if I fuck up because my eyes ain't so great and I'm using the actual screen. Hey big dude. My system is working properly so I can see y'all for the most part right here on the screen, so I don't have to open up my phone or any of that. Hey Halima, how you doing, boo? I'm just getting my smoke ready. I wanted to get a comment a second to get the season up so that hopefully everybody who want to join in get a chance to join in so they can catch this tea. And I did title this video, I actually love saying I told you so, because things that I have been predicting are definitely happening. Oh no, I don't got a stick in my phone box. What am I do? Oh no. Yes, yes. Over the holidays, my family got a new addition. My niece had a baby. We had a baby girl. Welcome to the world, Tayari. Yes, yes. Oh, you off? Okay, big dude, you can enjoy it. Now, I know a lot of y'all are going to start asking about Q&A, so here's what I was thinking. What I'm thinking is that we can do Q&A this evening. I like it better when we time it and we try to organize it. So if the consensus from some of you are that you would like to do that, I would like to get this ready. I would like to decide on the time when I'm going to log back on. And I like to give it enough time to where I'm able to decompress from this read. We log back on. We start the Q&A session, okay? Yeah, my predictions are coming true. They are coming true. That's why I said I actually love saying I told you so. Because a lot of the shit, dang, I don't got my sticks for my weed. I wasn't prepared, y'all. She wasn't ready. No, she wasn't ready. That's okay. I know how to improvise. So, I think I'm going to do 2 reads. I'm going to start off with that messy deck because I feel like it's a lot of messy-ish going on. And even though a lot of us are very much highly evolved and enlightened beings, and I realized that today getting ready to do this live, I'm like, you know what? You know, going through a spiritual awakening and all that shit, or whatever you want to call it. It makes you feel like when you come out on the other side of it, that you have relative peace in your life because you got a clear understanding of things. But today I realized that, yeah, you'll have a relative moment, you'll have a relative bit of peace as far as being at peace with yourself and coming to terms with your own identity and your own path and your own purpose. But I did realize today that there's no way around. There's no way around avoiding or not being affected by bullshit. So even though I know a lot of us are not living messy lives right now, that we're relatively good and calm and peaceful, it's still out there. It still affects me. I was thinking about this today. By the way, let me stop rambling really quickly. Thank you guys for checking out my channel. Y'all know I'm Chianti. I'm going to jump right into a read, and we're going to get down to the nitty of the gritty, okay? I do appreciate y'all for checking out my channel. Please make sure y'all throw me the like, comment, subscribe, share. If you're ever interested in booking me for a read, you can send me an email at fortheloveofwatertarot@gmail.com, okay? I do offer private readings. I do offer mini reads. I do offer live Q&A when I'm doing live Q&A. So you can get at me a number of ways if I'm your vibe. If not, that's okay too. And if you can't afford to do that, you can get all this for free and just give me a like. I'm still getting ready to tell somebody business, so. But yeah. So, because I'm using this messy deck, let me say hey to y'all. You ready? Hey, Loretta. Yeah, I can't. Let me see. Hey, Tika. Actually, I'm not even assigning a sign to it, y'all, because one thing that I know for certain right now is that shit that's going on a bigger scale is not sign specific. So I'm just going to let the message stand for whoever they stand for. Now, a lot of y'all are Pisces. Y'all know I read Pisces, the hell out of Pisces, okay? But you also know if you really mess with me that even my general read going to tell your business. So I'm going to leave this up to the universe to tell me what the hell is going on. And I'm going to relate it back to y'all how I see it. Hey, Leslie. With you. Oh yeah. Oh baby, yeah. Hey, science. You and that's what I'm saying, Leslie. And like, as far as life decisions and the things that you are doing, I know that you're aware that you are doing the right things that you need to do. You are on your path. You're doing what you're supposed to do. But that's something that's going to affect your life. Like those kids are going to affect your life, right? They are, no matter what. Because then, you know, motherhood doesn't end at 18. You know, that shit goes on forever. And trust me, you know I know because I'm going through a lot. And I'm going to be honest with y'all, probably 80% of what I'm going through is involved with motherhood in some way, shape, form, or fashion. You know what I'm saying? So, it just ain't, it's no way. I don't care. I don't give a damn how smart you are, how well you plan, you know, how righteous you are. There's no way of avoiding. You can't. You'd have to go live on a desert island with no other human being to avoid bullshit. Trust me. So, there's something in this for everyone. Even if you're not the ultimate culprit. That's all I'm saying. Okay? Now, I'm going to start off. Now, again, y'all, I am using this messy deck. So, just keep that in mind. I'm going to start off with the recent past so I can try to figure out what's going on, okay? And I'm going to let the messages stand and come out however they stand, all right? Recent past. What happened in the recent past, Spirit? These two came out. Empress and talking shit. Now I'm going to have to find out what is going on here. I got an Empress popping her shit. Now, I don't know why. I don't know why. And you know what? I ain't even mad at this. I don't feel like, oh, this is not, okay, all right, so I'm feeling y'all. Oh, y'all want to come on and hit hard. Y'all said go ahead, tell the truth today, huh? Well, let's go. We have boss bitch, and talking shit. Now, y'all know I'm just a regular schmegular degular. Hold on, sorry, y'all. The kids, see what I'm saying? The kids, okay? Sorry, y'all. Hold on. Okay, just making sure my appointment for the boys' pictures is reserved. Okay. Oh, there we go. Can't do it right now, babe. Hold on, my baby. Sorry, y'all. See? Took, I'm sorry. I'm on YouTube right now. I'm going to call you back, okay?
Okay, call me when you get done.
All right. Okay. Sorry. But, yeah, I ain't mad. I'm not mad at this. Y'all know I'm just a regular schmegular girl from the south side of Chicago. I have an extensive vocabulary. I know a lot of big old words, but I know a lot of little bitty old words too, and I'm just going to be myself so I can get this out simple and easy. This is very much the Empress popping her shit. Now, y'all know energy is fluid. It could be masculine or feminine, right? But the Empress is the energy of somebody who literally is like, I am the root of it all, right? I'm the root of it all, right? This is popping your shit. Now, I don't know why in the recent past someone felt the need to pop their shit, but someone definitely popped their shit. I don't know what's going on yet, but I'm not mad at it because the Empress is somebody who runs their own business, stable, busy, multifaceted, like me, right? Maybe I don't know about all that stable. Maybe not as stable. Maybe not as stable mentally, emotionally, and financially as I would like to be, but I'm fairly stable. You guys listen to me. You think I got a little bit of sense, right? 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 You know it, Leslie. Yup, your blood. Yeah, I know. I read it, Leslie. Yup. Every time. Every time. And do you know what the worst messages are? Ma. Oh, man. A message just say, Ma. Lord, Lord, Lord. All right, ain't those the worst? Ma. Oh, no, don't text me and just say, oh, no. Oh, no. No. I digress. I don't know what I'm talking about. But somebody popping their shit, and I'm about to find out why. Let me look and see what's under the deck. Tethering. Intuition. Okay. I feel like I'm talking directly to you, who is ever listening to this right now, right? Male or female, because a man can be the Empress too, right? But a man being an Empress would just be like a man that's really mastered his feminine side, though, right? This is a man that can do everything we can do, right? But also be a man, just like we can do that same thing, right? You know, I had a long conversation with my niece yesterday, and I explained to her that I never felt like I was girly, and mainly because men always told me that I wasn't girly enough, and it took me a long time to realize that it was not that I wasn't girly enough. I was plenty of girly. I wasn't submissive enough. Basically, I wasn't stupid enough. Basically, girly. When men would tell me I'm not girly enough, or I'm not womanly acting, or I'm acting like a man, the problem was that I was acting like a man. I was thinking like a man. You understand what I'm saying? I digress. Anyway, it's an Empress popping her shit here, and it got everything to do. Tether is his telepathy, intuition, dreams, higher songs. This is somebody who know what the fuck they know. Even if I don't know, my intuition gonna tell me. I don't know what you're popping. Okay, let me get one more so I can go ahead and clarify. Let me go ahead and get one more. Piece of pass. One more for this. For my soul tribe. Spirit, what's going on here? Oh, okay. All right. I'm going to enjoy this. I am really going to enjoy this. Look what came out. Unfazed. I don't give a fuck. Listen, I don't know. I feel like for some of you, I'm going to describe what a decision that you recently came to in the past. Because for some of you, this could be a decision that you've made about some things concerning your life, in the recent past. Or this is literally something that you did in the recent past. But it has everything to do with deciding that because you run your own business, and I don't mean like you don't have to be a business owner, but you run your shit, right? The small corporation of you incorporated. In the world of you incorporated, you are the CEO, the CFO, you are the secretary, you are the security guard, you are the HR department, right? So it kind of feels like, for some of you, whether this is something you did already or you've already thought about what you're going to do. And this could be very much because it's the end of the year, right? At the end of the year, don't we all do the same thing? We all start taking stock of what's going on in our lives and trying to figure out if there's some things that what are our rooms for improvement to change the things that we don't like for the next year, right? So this could have been some shit you just set up and decided on your own, or this could be an absolute plan that your ass have implemented. And I don't know which one of it is for some of you, but I feel like it's going to make sense, and we're going to clarify, and I'm going to find out why and what this is. But you decided that it was just time that because you are, like I said, the CEO, the CFO, the security guard, the chef, the assistant chef, the manager, right? Right? Since you are that of you incorporated, right? Because you are the reason that you provide the stability, right? Because you got your hands full, your plate is full. Because you could never run out of shit to do, right? And that you're multi-layered, you're multifaceted. There's many things to you, right? I'm not just a mother. I'm not just a niece. I'm not just a friend. I'm not just an employee, right? It seems like there's a decision. I'm frankly, it feels like popping your shit, but it definitely feels like being very direct in what you say, and not giving a fuck. But it's also like not giving a fuck what other people got to say. Like you gonna do what you gonna do, say what you gonna say. They could pop they shit. You don't give a damn what I'm face. See, there's a couple ways I'm seeing this. I feel like you popping your shit and don't care, but I also feel like you don't care about what nobody else got to say about anything else. And with intuition up under the deck, it was very much coming up like the high priestess, right? Like I'm wise. I know. Even if you think I don't know, I know. And it's even coming up in a way with that intuition, with the high priestess energy, because she shuts up too. So it's almost like some of you may know that people going to be popping their shit, or people been talking their shit behind your back and you don't care. Or you know what not to say, when not to say something, right? Some of you might be just listening to some shit, some gossip. But it's not for you, and it's not for you to do anything about. You giving me big energy right here. Let me look under this deck. Jealousy, rumors, pettiness, being envious, talking behind back. See what I tell you? I'm gonna tell y'all something I just heard in that. I did hear that for some of you, if this is just how you decided that you want to move going forward, there's going to be energies that will be jealous of you because it feels kind of fearless. I'm gonna be honest. I feel like it's almost like in the words of the good brother Muhammad Ali, when they asked him why he talked so much shit, and he said he talked so much shit because he can back it up, and he did, right? So it's almost like, yeah, I can speak the truth. I can say the truth. I can identify the truth, right? I can speak on it, right? And I don't give no fuck, right? I don't care. I don't care what nobody else got to say about me. It's a specific deck that all of a sudden I want, and I don't know why it's in my room. I'm going to have to get up, but I can use a different deck for now. I'm going to have to get up and go get them other decks. I forgot they in there. That's gonna be the next read I'm gonna do if we don't get jammed up over here, because this is something here. Now, I do feel like there's there with jealousy and rumors and talking shit, and I'm looking at both of them words. There's rumors, there's pettiness, there is envy, right? There's energies of shit being talked about behind people's back. And like I said, one way or another, I feel like this Empress don't care, right? But it's also an energy where I'll say what the fuck I want to say, and I don't care what nobody else got to say either. But it is because, again, we talking to the CEO, the CFO, the janitor, the receptionist, the security guard of you incorporated, right? You run your shit, right? Yup, science. Okay, so I'm making sense. And a lot of y'all right there with me. Let me decide which tarot deck I want to use right now. And I'm going to clarify this, and I'm going to try to get additional messages on what exactly happened in the recent past to either put you in this mindset or got you to behave in this way. I'm going to be honest, y'all. I always say that, I always tell y'all this, and I don't say it to be arrogant or like to seem like I'm above or beyond, but I feel like I'm always just a little bit ahead of the collective. That's why I'm able to do what I do. Obviously, I would have to be, because y'all know sometimes we talk about shit that there is no way I should be able to know that's happening with y'all. But see, I can relate to it because I've already started implementing in my life. I've already started the implementation for me. And you know what's crazy? My intuition told me it was coming. Like certain things was happening in my life, and I was connecting with people, and my intuition was telling me don't get too comfortable, because this is going to be a shakeup. You're going to see something about this whole thing that's going to let you know, like my intuition has been spot on. I told y'all the patriarchy is being dismantled. It's coming down. It's going down real bad. It is. A lot of this shit is so disgusting that you need to pay attention, but it's like you almost have to pay attention in moderation. But I'm seeing it everywhere, and not just, and I've been talking to my family about this because I've been having conversations with my family members, and I'm seeing stuff happening in people's everyday lives. And I'm telling them, I said this before when I talked about changes that was going down in Sagittarius season. I wasn't just talking about people at the top. When I said this shit gonna affect the CEO all the way down to the janitor, I meant like in life, the people that's at the highest and the people at the lowest, right? It's gonna be it was a shake up, it felt like. But again, like I said, either for some of y'all this is a feeling that you had in the recent past because of whatever circumstances, or this is actually something that you decided and have been doing. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah, and I've let everybody know, I've been speaking very frankly, and 2026 gonna be my motherfucking year. I'm not saying I hope, I wish, nope, it is. I am the ultimate motherfucking CEO of my life. I control my destiny. I am dangerous because I don't have to live in fear or dishonesty to anybody. And anybody who likes to live in dishonesty and deceit and distortion, I am not going to shake their delusional bubbles, but I will be the exact wrong person to come fucking with, because I'm not living in anybody else's distortion, confusions, delusions, secrets, lies, none of that. I'm going to be unapologetically motherfucking Keontae. And if she's not your cup of tea, that's okay. Bitch, go to a different Starbucks. I'm telling you, don't come here. Let me go ahead and get into this reading. Sorry. Hey, JM. And I mean that. You understand? Yeah, I hope I'm making sense to y'all. So let's go ahead and clarify these energies. Let's see what this recent past energy that's going on here that got us in this kind of mood. Look at the Queen of Cups and the Devil as I'm splitting the motherfucking deck. See? Yep. And it's all about giving love to toxic shit, right? It's all about like your kindness and your compassion being taken for granted in unhealthy motherfucking ways, Some way, somehow, some way. Hey, Ree, I'm warming up, sis. I had to get it in. The kids, this is the first time, y'all, since the last time I did a read that I've been home alone. This is the first time, y'all. They dad came and picked them up. The teenagers is gone. I said, let me warm up. Let me get on here and talk to him because I feel like I got something significant to say. So let's get into it. But Ree, I got you. I promise you. We warming up. Let's see why the Empress is here in the recent past. I just feel like somebody decided that I also heard that somebody might have decided that also a part of being the boss, because we are the boss, whether we embrace it or not. But in part of being the boss, may have decided that a part of the boss is sometimes the boss has to be a bitch. What old girl said, Dolores Claiborne? Sometimes being a high riding bitch is all we have to hold on to. I love Dolores Claiborne. I might watch that later. Let me see what the boss bitch. I just tingled all over. I just tingled. 8 of Pentacles. Yep. This is all about what you put energy and effort into, but it's also about what you work for, what you like pay the cost to be the boss. This is that energy, like my grandma would say. This would be somebody who pays the cost to be the boss. You see the 8 of Pentacles. This is somebody who works, who perfects their craft, that put in energy and effort, right? For sure. Look, strength. Yep. I got I got Earth energy with the 8 of Pentacles, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. The Empress could be Taurus, Libra. It doesn't have to be any sign. Strength could definitely be Leo, right? But I feel like this is somebody who definitely feels like, you know what? I'm a strong motherfucker, right? Right? It feels like, it definitely feels empowered. That's the word I'm feeling for, right? That's the word I'm looking for. It's not an energy of feeling dispowered, right? And disenfranchised. It's what happened in the recent past. I feel like it's empowered somebody, right? I don't know if it's 8 of Pentacles, the work you did on yourself, or it's just the work you put into your job, your kids. Yeah, because the Empress grows seeds, and male or female, right? The Empress is definitely somebody who nurtures seeds and got a lot of shit growing all over the place, right? And I mean that, like I said, I'm trying to make it make sense, because it's feminine energy, but it does not have to be a female that I'm talking about. No doubt about it. But it is that energy. It is that fucking energy. What's on their strength, the wheel of fortune. See, something got to give. Something got to change. And this is something that about also being the strength, the person strong enough to evoke some sort of change. And again, Sagittarius season could have had something to do with it, because they go to wheel of fortune. Give me one more on this Empress here in the recent past, and then we're going to see why somebody ain't giving a fuck. Justice, right? This is, and this is also about understanding and deserving what is right. Like, it's like nurturing and working on and putting effort into what's right towards you, right? Also, I feel like it's an energy of like demanding justice, demanding what's right, demanding fairness, right? It's also looking at things in a very, and like, because again, the Empress is the boss. But it's not being a tyrant, because it's looking at things fairly. But I also feel I get a strong sense of, I'm only putting energy and effort and attention into what's going to be right for me. What's justice? What's right for me? What's right? Period. Right? Libra energy here. Uh-oh. Why he here? Why is he here? Now, some of y'all know what I'm talking about. Some of y'all, I'm talking about relationships, because this is the Empress and this is the Emperor. This could be talking relationship. This could be talking work. It doesn't matter what it is, because the Empress and the Emperor are matched energy, right? And whoever the fuck we talking about. And remember, I told y'all, I realized one time in the read that the Emperor just does not have to be someone who is literally in control, but this is definitely somebody who has some sort of what's the word I'm looking for? And I don't want to say control, but someone who does have some sort of form of control over your life, because this is someone that could be significant to you, right? My kids don't control my life. If you asked me if my kids ran me, I'll tell you hell no, and they don't control my life. But if one of them little suckers dialed his phone number right now or text me, Mom, I'm gonna jump out my fucking skin. You understand what I'm saying? They got a little bit of control. Right? If I'm making sense. So you put this where this goes, but this is definitely about the energy being matched. It's about matching energy and only putting energy and effort and working with energies that's going to match it. Justice. It got to be equal. It got to be fair. Period. What's on them? 5 of Swords. Uh-oh. Let's see What the unfazed is about. Let's talk about in the recent past what someone here decided that they ain't giving a fuck about no more. This is I don't care. This is I don't care. This is Keontae sitting up here with her blonde wig and her meta glasses and her lip gloss is popping. And Ray Charles to the boo. I don't care with a motherfucker outside of y'all who I'm talking to right now, my peoples. I don't care what no motherfucking body else got to say about me. I don't. Ain't a motherfucker that could say something about me taking care of my black ass. Now, that's the only way, that's the best way I could describe it, but this is I don't care. I don't care. Now, we're going to find out why someone has decided in the recent past that it's just time to not care. You understand what I'm telling you? I don't care. I don't care. I'm not going to be phased. I'm not allowing anything that ain't offering, and anything that's not matching my energy, I don't give a fuck about, right? What you unfazed about? The Queen of Wands. Now the Queen of Wands could be someone talking shit, but this could just be you. Because you know the Queen of Wands is also, this could be the Empress here. The Queen of Wands is definitely someone who is driven, motivated, determined, strong. She fears. She's fierce. So this could definitely be you deciding, I don't give a fuck. Like, I'm going to be unapologetically Keontae, or Leslie, or Ree, or JM, or Science, or the Empress. I'm going to be unapologetically who the fuck I am. Say what I want, right? It's liberating. It is liberating. I've realized this before in the past, but it's hitting different at this moment in time. I feel so fucking liberated because I literally realized that I don't have to mute or I don't have to encumber myself in any kind of way for anyone else's comfort. I don't. No one does that much for me that I have to prevent myself from being myself, expressing myself, loving myself. I ain't indebted to no motherfucker like that hard. Ain't nobody over here supporting my livelihood, you know. A lot of my darkest times, I got through by my damn self. Why do I owe it to somebody? Like, you know, and I'm not saying it in a way where I'm mean or I'm negative or I'm rude, but I don't have to do that. And I'm also not forcing my thoughts and opinions and beliefs on anyone. I am just no longer allowing nobody to come around me with they shit. You know, and have to do that role. Good luck. I feel like, I told y'all, I felt like Sagittarius season was going to take the blinders off on a lot of shit. And people was going to have to decide. You understand what I'm saying? You got to decide what's, you know, and I've made my decisions. And I'm not changing my mind. That's all I'm saying. Hey, L Queen. And some of you may be feeling this way. It's definitely feeling this way. So this Queen of Wands could be somebody who you may end up, who some of you are saying, I don't give a fuck what she say. I don't give a fuck what she got going on. Now, the Queen of Wands is feminine energy. But the Queen of Wands does not have to be a female either, right? Y'all don't see all these men out here acting like Queen of Wands? Like, there's men out here right now that's acting like Queen of Wands. So the Queen of Wands could be some shit you just have to ignore, right? Somebody who only good at sowing seeds of drama, right? Who want to be the center of attention and only good at coming in and nurturing and fostering drama. Some of you may have to definitely be like, I don't give a fuck with this Mitch or bitch. I don't give a fuck what this Mitch or bitch gotta say, right? Yeah, Leslie. You know what? I don't give a fuck no more. I just gotta be myself. I don't care. And if myself is not somebody's cup of tea, that is fine. That is fine. But you owe yourself the responsibility to get the fuck away from me, because I won't do anything but tell you the truth that's going to hurt you. You're going to get yourself hurt fucking with me. For real. Some of you have been making these decisions in the recent past, or this is already what you're implementing. And again, whether you're going to be this Queen of Wands, and you're just going to be like how we was talking about, just authentically myself, right? I'm going to put energy and effort into things that I'm excited about, endeavors that I love. I'm going to be unapologetically myself. That can be the Queen of Wands too. You know, the Queen of Wands don't have to be negative. She determined and driven. One of my best friends is a Leo. She's a Queen of Wands. That lady today don't owe her shit when she go to bed. She make me tired. I get tired just listening to all the shit she do from the time she get up in the morning, driven. She don't stop for nothing. That's the woman who taught me the most valuable thing that she has is her time. And that's the biggest way to get on her bad side, because she don't like people playing with her time. She said her time is valuable because she always got some shit to do. Some of you are just that way. Or this is who you're going to, or there's an energy that you're going to not let bother you. Look, 4 wands. Yep. Some of you is about getting, some of you may be seeking, with the 4 wands, you may be seeking partnerships with energies that are more aligned to what you're wanting to do and how you're wanting things to go, right? Because the 4 wands and justice, and when like I said, with matching energy, that's definitely matching energy. Some of you, something about home, something to you is something about you getting active in your home and you doing something in your home. Damn, that's me too. God damn it. I'm so sick of my family. Hey, Penny. Hey, Pocahontas. I hope I said that before. I'm sorry. Yeah, but it's all about that. And some of you gonna start ignoring people that you work with, people that you in certain relationships with, people that you in that you may be forced to cohabitate with, work with, stuff like that. It's like I don't get no fuck about something with that. It can go a few ways. It could go a few ways. Now let's see about this talking shit, because I feel like this is 2 ways. I feel like you are telling me that you're going to, like I said, you're going to say what you got to say and definitely be unfazed and pop your shit. You're going to pop your shit for sure. And it's, you know what I just heard? It's also being in the energy. Some of you are definitely making a decision that you are going to speak up when something ain't fair to you, right? It could definitely be in that energy like I'm gonna have to start speaking up and saying something and not giving a fuck. Maybe some of y'all, it's the energy where you may feel like, for whatever reason and whatever situation that y'all got going on, you may feel like you're not speaking up enough for yourself when something is unfair to you. And you may be sitting back realizing that you Skyface, you put this whole thing together. Who do I trust? Who do I trust? Me, that's who. So, right, it's like, so yeah, I'm gonna have to start speaking up, because like really, like I'm the emperor, I'm the one, however this is going. Some of you just gonna be popping your shit, period. But for others of you, the talking shit is what you're gonna be unfazed about. Like you don't give a F what someone else is saying. So let's just see what's all this behind this this shit talking in the recent past. What's this about? What's this about? The 5 of Cups. Yep. For some of y'all definitely gonna hurt some people's feelings. Like I said, if somebody think they gonna hurt your feelings, you definitely gonna pop your shit, right? For some of y'all, there's gonna be some talk about you, because whatever you're saying, you could be disappointing people. And I also picked up the energy. I don't know if I said this earlier, but here goes again. For some of you, there's going to be some jealousy from others because you are so free. Like for some of you, there may be people that are jealous, right? Because you're able to pop your shit, because you're able to speak so freely, because you're so able to be authentically yourself and not care. There could definitely be some jealousy around that, right? I feel it. Look, 7 of Pentacles. Some of y'all sitting up waiting on somebody to come and say. Some of y'all decided that y'all waiting on somebody to say some shit so y'all could hurt somebody's feelings. I get that. It's waiting. I'm waiting to hurt their feelings. Some of y'all telling me that, Nepkey. And I ain't gonna care. And something about some of y'all. Some of y'all already know what somebody's gonna do when you pop your shit. And that's why you giving yourself this talk about you not gonna give no fuck. For some of y'all, I could dig it. Some of you already know. You already know what somebody's ones and twos. And so when they go on to hit it with the ones and twos, you already prepared. And see, I've done this before, especially because I've done this before. When I know I'm getting ready to shake up the world, and I know it ain't gonna be easy to shake up the world, because somebody gonna try to play on my heartstrings in whatever kind of successful way they've been able to do it before. And when I know it ain't gonna work this time, you know, you got to get yourself prepared. Like, I don't give a fuck. You have to run it back in your head. If they say this, if they say this, if they say this, I don't know who I'm talking about, but put it where it goes. Put it where it goes. Now, again, some of you are being in this energy where you don't care what someone is going to say, and you're not going to let what someone else has to say disappoint you or hurt you anymore. But some of you, there could definitely be disappointed talk. Some of you, something about speaking up, popping your shit when you disappointed, like when somebody disappointed you, not waiting. For some of you, it's definitely about not waiting around to speak up when somebody done disappointed you. It's about addressing it right there. I see it. I'm gonna demand justice right there. Oh, for some of you, yeah. And no matter what ones and twos somebody do, you already set yourself up to not care, because you're gonna demand your justice right then and there. I do not care. Right is right and wrong is wrong. And I've been wronged. You understand? So let's go ahead and see what's going on in the current. Let me pick up this big old boy. And let's see what's going on in the current for my soul tribe. So what's currently going on? Now the rubber is getting ready to hit the road for a lot of y'all. Because now I'm going to really get down to the nitty gritty. We got Thief. That's the Seven of Swords. Clown. Ooh-wee. I have a thief and a clown, and under there something about illumination. Give me one. Give me some more. Tell me more. I did something wrong. Ooh, but I'm always right. Wow. So I know how to shoot. Ooh, we blind. Oh, this is getting ready to get. Now I got witchcraft and I got blind underneath the deck. One more for the current. We're going to get there waiting. Oh, this is going to get really fucking interesting. What's underneath the deck? Lust, forbidden fruit, non-committal, sexual energy, tragedy. Okay. For some of y'all, I definitely feel like currently somebody played themselves. I feel like it's something about somebody played themselves, especially if somebody thought, okay, how do I say this the right way? Okay, remember how I just spoke about my friend, the fire sign, who says the most valuable thing that she owns, and she owns things, she owns a lot, she's a successful woman, but she said the most valuable thing she has is her time, because that's the one thing she can't get back. That is one of that's like the mainly deadly sin with dealing with her, is to waste her time, because her time is valuable when she got shit to do. And if she spares her time for you, that means she cares about you and she wants you to treat her time preciously, because she's a fucking busybody, right? There's a current energy, I feel like, for some of y'all. There's energies that are feeling played, because it feels like there are energies that thought that they could be a waste of time, a stealer of time, a thief of time. It's almost like an energy that thought, I'm gonna be honest with you, it's energies that are currently, that got life all fucked up about thinking that they were going to be able to hold certain things and certain people back. I feel like currently there is an awareness, because there's a few ways I'm seeing this. I feel like there is an awareness of what we're dealing with, but I feel like also what we're dealing with is becoming aware that it's becoming, like I said, it's all out in the open. It's becoming aware that whatever that they were robbing some of us of, it's not happening anymore, okay? So I have thief. I have rob, theft, physical or emotional. I have witchcraft. Someone is hexing. There is a spell, negativity, and I have waiting, right? Hey, Marcy, how you doing, baby? Okay. So, and this is current energy. We gonna clarify. I almost feel like for a lot of y'all, if what I spoke about in the past hit y'all in a certain type of way, like yes, that was me, right? If that resonated from your perspective, I feel like currently you are aware. It's coming up kind of like you are aware that there's always some negativity, some bullshit. There's always a waste of time or some negative shit waiting for you to participate, right? I feel like because, like I said, if you were this Empress and this is how you planning on moving, I feel like what you're moving into currently is that space of knowing. Like I said, you might know, there's certain energies. Robbed, I just feel like I said, like my girl said, because, and she wasn't wrong. When she said it, it hit me like a bolt of lightning because, and I realized like that was, when she said it, see, I'm a thinker. Even after she went home and I sat back and I implemented what she said to my life, and I realized that was my biggest mistake too. That I allowed my time to be wasted. That I didn't value it enough. You understand what I'm saying? I didn't value my time. Because had I looked at my time as valuable, and anybody who I'm sharing that with, to have an obligation to make it worthwhile or get gone, I would have been into some different shit. So it feels like an awareness that there's always those thieves in the night there, right? There's always energies that are available to rob you, to make you feel a loss, to steal from you. Where, like I said, it's emotional. It could be physical, emotional, financially, right? Right? Witchcraft. And I don't mean it like literally witchcraft, but for some of us it could be witchcraft. People do witchcraft. Y'all know I don't get into that. And I don't delve into it. And I put a stop to it at the very beginning when I first started tarot, because I used to get a lot of questions about it. And I noticed that I just did not feel great about those reads and fooling with that. And I explained why. But it doesn't mean that people don't do it. You know, it could literally be that. But I also feel like it's just the energy. Like, again, witchcraft doesn't have to be you literally lighting candles and doing a physical thing. Words are spells. Words can create spells. We are living in a time where words create spells. Do y'all understand that motherfucking internet is pumping people full of misinformation? The TV is pumping people full of straight up motherfucking lies. And those words are casting a spell because there are people that are truly believing shit that is completely untrue, and it is affecting us all. So it doesn't have to be just literally witchcraft. But there's hexing, there's a spell, there's negativity. That shit is always there waiting, right? It's waiting. It'll always be there, y'all. It ain't going nowhere. Whatever negativity that you have decided, because like I said, I see you there in the past. You know it ain't going nowhere. That's probably why you're feeling like you're going to do what you're going to do the way you're going to do it. That's probably why you're telling me that you don't give a fuck, right? Because you can't. Because you can't. You can't. You can't afford to give a fuck because there'll always be some bullshit waiting. Now here's the tee-hee and this whole thing I'm telling y'all. The bullshit that's waiting knows that it's bullshit. It knows that the jig is up. The bullshit that is waiting is aware that the jig is up, right? Lust is under the deck. This is forbidden fruit, non-committal. It could be sexual energy, tragedy, but it's just like night and once. It's the non-committal, right? Bigger than sex is just a non-committal. This is shit you cannot commit to, right? Because it can't commit, right? It can't commit, right? It can't. Right? It can't. This is shit that you can't rely on. You can't depend on. And that's why you know you the Empress. You know that you already running shit. Like I said, why not be unapologetically and authentically yourself and hold yourself back when in reality, you're the only one holding this shit up. Right? Why let anything else hold you back? And it's kind of like being in the realization that shit will always be there to hold you back should you choose to entertain it. And that shit know it too. I'm telling you, that shit knows that the jig is up in that respect. So let's clarify these current energies and let's get into it and let's find out. I'm telling y'all, listen, unless you plan on going to live on a deserted island alone. It can't even be you and the kids. It can't be you and your mama. It can't be you and your man or your woman. Unless you plan on going off and isolating yourself for all of eternity, human beings roam this earth. You're going to have to accept that there's other human beings out there. And because other human beings don't understand the concept that we all got to share this motherfucking space together and we all got to survive together to survive, they're going to affect your life too. That'll always be waiting there. You can't wake everybody up. You can't make everybody want better for themselves. You can't make everybody see the truth. You can decide for yourself whether you're going to live in delusion, right? If you're going to keep putting energy and effort into things that are not matching your energy, right? It's definitely knowing that you got to put energy and effort into shit that makes you feel driven, determined, that lights you up, right? Be unapologetic about it, right? But things that also match your energy, right? People who interested in the type of shit you interested in. People who see the vision that you see about some things, right? And I mean, we're all not gonna agree on everything, but you can definitely create the best version of peace with the right group of people. Kobe, I need a store run. Let me see. That's the kids. Hold on, y'all. Okay, so let's see what the thief is about. I told my son, my 17-year-old son today, to hold me accountable, that I needed to get on YouTube today and to hold me accountable. Don't let me not do it today because it's been so hectic I haven't had a chance. And he texted me not long ago like, you better be live when I get home. I said, I'm setting it up right now, son. So he may be at the door, but I don't think so. My Ring camera didn't go off. He hear my neighbors. All right, let's see what the thief is about. Let's see currently what is available to kill, steal, and destroy. Some of y'all also in the current, you may have a plan. Some of you just may be about a plan to get away from that energy. For some of you, there could definitely be a systematic, a strategic plan to make some sort of move, and it could be, and you could be doing that because there's an energy of like I said, you may not want to hear somebody's negative shit, right? Yeah, for sure. But let me see what this thief is about. Let's see what's available still currently. This is robbed, lost, theft, physical, emotional, or financial. It's the Seven of Swords type of energy too, right? Deception is always going to be around. The Emperor, uh-oh. 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 The World, uh-oh. The World and the Ten of Cups. Ooh-wee, and the Wheel of Fortune. Ooh-wee. Couple ways I could see this. Because y'all came up Empress, right? You came up knowing that you was the giver of the whole situation here, right? You the giver of life, right? You the one that's growing and nurturing all the seeds that's growing around you. Now, this could be you deciding that you're going to step up and you're going to take control and you're being the emperor and saying no more, right? No more being robbed. No more taking a loss. No more letting someone waste your time, right? No more about some shit, no more about the physical or emotional toll, dealing with that. The world, that cycle is completely wrapping up, and you learned a lot of lessons, and now you're the boss. You could be definitely telling me that. But you could also be telling me that there's a cycle wrapping up with someone who again, like I said, the Emperor could be a counterpart as far as relationships, right? The Emperor could be a counterpart as far as relationships. But if it's not a counterpart as far as a relationship, it's someone, again, who has some sort of level of control or power in your life. And again, for different reasons. Because like I said, the best analogy I could give you is my kids. No, they don't run me. I am the boss. I am completely the boss. But I love those damn kids. So even though I run the show, they do have a level of power and control over me, because I can have some plans set for my day, my life, my month, my minute. But if one of those suckers hit my line and say the wrong thing, everything changes. You understand what I'm saying? So it doesn't have to necessarily be your husband or your wife, right? It could be someone who's literally an authority figure at your job, right? This could be someone who's like your landlord. This could be your father. This could be your pastor. This could be your priest, right? There's a couple of ways I'm seeing this. But I also feel like currently it's something about you okay. So for some of us currently, we are completely aware. Oh, so the world is the cycle wrapping up about dealing with someone who has had some form of power and control in our life, that has had the ability to rob us of certain type of shit, right? Because of the power and control that they have for whatever reason, right? There's a cycle wrapping up of that, right? Of allowing someone to have that kind of power and control, right? That cycle is wrapping up here currently. But like I said, I feel like the energies that have previously had that power and control to make us feel robbed, make us feel like we've taken loss, that have robbed us our time, our money, our physicality, our emotions. Like I said, I feel like it's out there, it's up there. Like those energies are aware too, that the cycle is closing out, that the lesson is being learned. Yep, the Ten of Cups is big changes. I told you there's a lot of energy of restructuring alliances. It definitely feels like the energy of new beginnings, but with the Ten of Cups, it feels like finding your group. Because like I said, there's no such thing as everything always being harmonious with human beings, because we are human beings and human beings are complicated. But it's like being with the group where there's more harmony and stability. So I feel like, again, there's things about alliances that are breaking down with the world in the Ten of Cups that are ending. But there's also things about restructuring and having a new. It's about being in control of who you allow to rob you, right? To waste your time, waste your money, waste your emotions, right? But it's also them being aware that they're not, that they're no longer in control and have the power to do that. The Wheel of Fortune. There's that shit changing again, okay? Hey, Flytrap, give me one more on this deep energy for the Emperor. That flew right out as soon as I said the Nine of Pentacles. See, this is the energy of deciding I'm good with, without, or despite anybody else. And again, with the Empress here, the Emperor here, the Nine of Pentacles, a lot of y'all are standing in that. Some of y'all feel like currently, y'all feel like if you got to stand alone, goddammit, right? If I got to be the lone wolf, right? I will be. Because the Nine of Pentacles is the energy where I'm going to, this is what I wanted to say. This is the energy that life has shown me. Life has shown me that I will be and I can be okay with, without, or despite anyone else. That I am capable of taking care of myself. That I am completely independent and not codependent on another living human being, right? That I can go at it alone regardless. And I'm not saying that anyone wants to be alone, but this is I can right? I ain't fucked up about it, right? It may not be the way I wanted it, but I ain't fucked up about it. I can. You understand what I'm saying? Yes. Now, for a lot of you, like I said, currently, the people in your life that has had the power and control for whatever reason to be able to rob you of those things that we spoke of, they're aware. They see you. They looking at you. They see you. They know it. They know it. That's why I know whatever decision you made in the recent past, either you, I feel like it's the implementation is already coming on in the current. Because there you go. There you go standing. 5 of Pentacles. Yep, you're losing nothing. I feel like you giving me the energy like I ain't lost shit, right? Yep. No loss. It ain't no loss. Right? Right? Some of you are definitely treating... Some of you are definitely currently in the energy where you are going to be letting certain situations are becoming aware that you are aware with the 5 of Pentacles that you ain't losing shit, right? Yup. It's almost like you moving in a way where like I'm like it's not my loss, right? I feel like that's how it is going, right? Your loss, right? It's not my loss, your loss, right? And I do feel like energies that are aware that in a certain degree you took your power back and being able to let certain energies have that control and being able to have that thief energy towards you. With the 5 of Pentacles, you're definitely giving energies the cold shoulders. But I do feel like there's an energy with that cold that comes along with that cold shoulder. Like, I'm not losing a damn. I haven't lost a damn thing, right? What's the saying go? You can't miss what you never had, right? Right? And I do feel like a lot of us are realizing that the hopes and expectations and pedestals that we kind of created for energies that we match with, right? We're a figment of our own imaginations, right? I saw you that way. Clearly you don't see yourself that way, right? And me grieving you doesn't even make sense at this point because I didn't lose anything. It's definitely realizing that you, like, and I'm not just saying it like this because I've done it, but it's coming to the realization that you can't grieve for a person that never existed, right? You grieving for someone for the image you projected on them because you felt like this energy could match your energy and it doesn't. So it's like not losing nothing. This energy doesn't have that power and control over you anymore, right? Oh, wow. Let's see what the witchcraft is about. Currently, there's someone that is, what they say, punching the air, kicking the ground, cussing. They cuss. There's someone cussing, right? There could even be someone speaking negative shit, right? There's negativity. Negativity currently. And let's find out what it is. Let's find out what the negativity is here currently. Because you don't feel negative at all. You just feel like, yeah, I'm just going to do what's right for me. I'm going to put energy and effort into what pays dividends, what gives back, right? What's giving back, what I give. I'm not going to give a fuck about other shit. I'm going to care about what I care about, throw my energy and effort into what matters to me, what motivates me, what drives me. I'm going to say what I got to say, and if others are disappointed, oh well. And I don't give a damn about what anyone has to say in disapproval and disappointment. So let's talk about this negativity here. What's this negativity about here? Death. Scorpio energy. Many men wish death upon me. Blood in my eyes, dog, and I can't see. I'm trying to be what I'm destined to be. And ninjas trying to take my life away. I put a hole in the ninja for fucking with me. My back on the wall, now you gon' see. Better watch how you talk when you talk about me. 'cause I come and take your life away. There's many men. Many, right? Maybe not literally, but metaphorically, right? Wish death upon me. No, I don't cry no more. Don't look to the... There you go, Kobe. You got a hit now.
A package was detected at your front door.
Hey, did you ask your dad, could he go to the store for me? I text you and ask you to ask your dad to go to the store for me.
Me?
You, him.
Oh.
I ain't see it.
He gone?
Yeah.
He ain't
Why
gone
you
that
didn't say
quick.
nothing? We was just at...
I text Reggie. Turn the porch light on, please.
He just put it.
Tell him my Apple Pay him if he could grab me some cigarettes, please, and thank you. I am live right now, y'all. I'm live, so we're not kicking it. Y'all gotta disperse. Sorry, y'all. Alright. The negativity is over though with death, right? Death and rebirth. Like there is something completely transforming about the hexing, about the spells, about the negativity. This is ending, right? And some of you, it is like you yourself are going through this death and rebirth, right? Yeah. He said, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll Apple Pay him.
I'll pay me off.
I'll Apple Pay you? Okay, whatever. Thank you. It said you can't receive Apple payments.
I'll pay cash up.
Record.
I'm gonna first. I got you.
Giving a mother. Sorry, y'all. Dang. Oh, I didn't even know that. I didn't even know somebody had sent me something. Thank you. I didn't even know you sent that. All right, thank you, son. Sorry, y'all, but that'll keep me from being able to have no break up my night to go out. That just saved me. Sorry, y'all. But listen, this is currently, like I said, I feel it's a couple ways. I feel like somebody knows with death. Somebody knows that their ability to have that kind of control, to waste your time, to do whatever they do, whatever negative fucking effect that some energies have been having with death. I'm telling you, it feels like the last kicks of a drowning man, right? And I do feel like currently there are some last kicks of some drowning men here, right? That had the power and the control to be the thief of joy, the thief of love, the thief of time, the thief of money, the thief of emotions, right? Just a thief. You know what I'm saying? A waste of fucking space, right? God forgive me. But it's true. Right? I told y'all, there's a couple of ways. I feel like you are aware. Death and rebirth makes me feel like you have went through a transition. Currently, you are going through a transitional phase because that the death, the allowing that shit to affect you is changing, right? The way that you allowed that shit to affect you and to rob you or to control you is changing, right? I do feel like it has sent you in that energy. Death is not always a bad energy because it's death and rebirth, right? So this is you not laying down and dying, right? But there is a certain part of you that is ending, right? And a new you is being reborn. I do feel like I said those energies are aware. They're aware. Death, they're aware that the good old days of being able to do that is dead. Oh, I've been traveling on this road too long. I'm just trying to find my way back home. 'Cause the old me's dead and gone, dead and gone. I feel like it's an awareness to it on both sides. Whoever is feeling like that shit has to change and I'm not allowing it anymore. Currently, I see it, but I do feel like the energies that you are shifting away from are aware too. Knight of Pentacles, see? Because the Knight of Pentacles is about long-term stability and security. See, negativity, and listen, the Knight of Pentacles is about long-term, right? This is about over time. But it is the energy of being able to rely, to be able to support, to be able to trust. It is the energy of having a sense of security and stability here, right? Wait a minute. Now, why did he send me the money back? What? He sent it back. I don't know. I'll figure it out. The kids, man. This is, you can't have this around you long term with witchcraft and negativity. This is you knowing what. Why you send the money back?
Oh, I missed it to my dad. Hurry up. Send it.
Bye. I'm sorry. Y'all see, this is why I can't. This is why my mind don't function well. Because theirs don't. Oh my God. All kind of weird notifications because we're just sending back the same money. God, good God. I should have just sent it to his dad, like I said. Anyway. This is something's got to change because this is long-term negativity. The Knight of Pentacles is about some negative shit being a part of your stability and your foundation and something about long term, right? Nobody wants to be around some negative shit forever. No one wants to hear someone speak negatively forever, right? This is almost like you don't want to hear people keep complaining about what's wrong when they're not doing anything to change it, right? You don't want to keep hearing people blow smoke up your ass and paint up a picture, about some things that's gonna change. You don't want to hear someone being a wet blanket, always speaking negatively. It's like wasting your time listening and dealing with a bunch of negative shit. It's something about that changing, right? It's a waste of space. That is a killer of joy. You understand what I'm saying? It's like that energy of not letting not letting this kind of negativity thrive around you. This shit can't live around me no more, right? Can't have it in my long term. Now, again, whatever you may be feeling this energy about, if this is resonating, those energies are aware. There's the energies that are being negative, that is casting the spells, that are wasting time, that is robbing everyone, someone, anyone of time, energy, effort, and money, because they have the power and the control to do it because of their significance in people's lives in one way or another. It's very aware. That's the gag. Those energies are aware that whoever they're doing it to, that those energies will be fine without them. That's why they know that it won't be their loss. They know that it won't be their loss, but they also know that they are also losing that ability to have that power and control, right? Because that is a negative effect. That's not somebody around that's having a positive effect in your life, because it wouldn't be a death of that. It wouldn't be a need for that to change. It wouldn't be a need for you to have to change with the way you deal with it or change yourself in order to be able to move forward or some shit like that. You get me? It could be a Scorpio doing it too. It could be a negative ass Scorpio. It could be an earth sign. Thanks, son. Give me one more for this energy and the current. See, and that's why I feel like I said that's judgment. That energy will already be around. That energy will always be around. I'm gonna tell you something. For some of y'all, this energy is Judgment Day currently. There are some negative. I'm gonna say it like this. Currently, there are some negative. There are some negative motherfuckers that are having some negative consequences. I feel like there's an energy of being asked for second chances or wanting second chances that MFers do not simply deserve. It definitely feels like kind of judgment, like with that kind of energy where you can directly see what's happening to someone. And God forgive me, because I know we're not the ones to be able to say you deserve it or what, but you could look at someone and be like, that's judgment, right? That's happening to them. That's like literal divine judgment being put on someone, right? Because I do believe in divine justice. I do. Judgment. I do. I believe in divine justice and judgment. I do. I do. I do. And I do believe us as human beings, we do need to be forgiving, more forgiving in a lot of ways. But I do feel like what's funny to me about is all the things that we need to be more forgiving about. We're not seeming to be more forgiving about those things, but we're seeming to be very forgiving about about the unforgivable right now. We seem to be very forgiving and tolerant of shit that we should not be tolerating and forgiving, and other things not so much. Thank you so much, gorgeously made. Thank you. So I do feel like we know. Hey, boo. And hey, Merry Christmas. Hey, I'm sorry. I've been reading these cards, looking down. I ain't even looking at these comments. I do feel like we know that those energies will come back and be want another chance. Those energies are questioning their judgment, and those energies are actively trying to resurrect. I'm going to be honest with you. Energies, currently, the energies that you have decided are a complete waste of time or whatever, right? And that you've allowed to have some sort of form of control over you in the past, right? That's why you stepping into that Empress energy, right? So you're kind of going on your own and worrying about yourself. Those energies are currently wanting another chance. They realize that whatever negative effect that they were having in your life, that has changed, that is no longer going to be the case. And some of them are actively currently recruiting, whether they're asking you or they're asking the universe, they're asking for a second chance here. Here's a 3 of Cups under here. Could be asking for a reunion. For some of y'all, I'm going to tell y'all something. I don't know who this is for, but somebody could definitely be getting ready to pass away. If someone is getting ready to pass away, it's the kind of person that abused their power and their control and their position. Could definitely be, like I said, I feel like it could be someone that, like, with the hexing again, wishing bad on others, right? Casting spells to manipulate again. Your words can be like casting spells. Your words cast spells. They do. A lot of y'all that watch me are on the intellectual side. Y'all are. I know that because I communicate with y'all and y'all communicate with me. But we do have to understand that there are people in this world that something can be said to them enough times, and no matter how ridiculous it is, they will believe it. That is casting a spell. If some ridiculous shit is repeated enough times, people will believe it. They will. We seeing it all, baby. Just look. The internet is awesome, but the internet definitely opened my eyes to realize, like, no, people are not like you. You thought a lot of people were like you. No, the fuck, a lot of people are not like you. I didn't really think that. I knew it was some horrible people. I didn't realize it was so many. I digress. And we got majors here. The Emperor, Death, and Judgment. And I already got the Empress. I got Justice. Some of you are setting yourself free. With Death and Judgment, it's the death and the rebirth of you setting yourself free from this. Right? Y'all know what it almost feel like, and I don't want to go there, but it almost feel like a coat being broken, right? It's almost like could be setting yourself free. Right? For sure. I do feel like, now listen, this don't necessarily have to be the cultish aspect of it as much. But currently there is energies where in the current, whoever is deciding to set themselves free, right? That is going through this transition, this complete transition and rebirth, and is deciding to set themselves free from some shit, it definitely feels like that energy, right? It's an awareness that energy is, it's almost like you're not going to be wished well, right? Be like, you're not gonna make it out there. That shit not gonna work. You ain't gonna, it could definitely be the spell that was cast upon some of us to see ourselves in a negative light, to have a negative view about certain shit, a negative view about certain people. It's like a spell of negativity that has been cast on some of us, right? Or a spell that has had a negative effect, right? Even if we're talking about, if I could break this down real simply, let me break it down real simply. Like, let's say we're talking about just love, right? And let's say it's somebody that you have been in love with for fucking ever. And this is somebody you've always dreamed of, like, getting this to work, but for whatever reason, it has not worked, right? You could be currently feeling like the spell that someone cast, you may not be calling it a spell, but the spell that someone cast over you to convince you to wait, right? That wasted your time, that wasted your money, right? Like, you invested, you spent your money, your time, your emotions, right? If someone did that to you, if someone, I don't want to say made you believe, but if you believe someone and you could be good together and they didn't dispel that, they didn't say, no, go on about your business, this ain't gonna never work, and they allowed you to believe that, or they even led you to believe that, right? No matter how much you love that person, we can agree that person had a negative effect on your life, right? That person had a negative effect on your life, right? Yes, they are showing. Hey, Marcy, yes. They are showing. It's all, like I said, I feel like whatever happened in Sagittarius season, it lifted the fucking veil. And again, however this is going to resonate in your life, if this is resonating for you, because I feel like it's happening to all of us, and it's bigger than just what I can explain. I can just give you the feeling of it, and some of you will understand, some of you won't. But it's almost like the veil is lifted. I see shit for exactly what it is. I have to accept shit for exactly what it is. I can't dilute myself anymore. I can't. I just can't. Like I said, you could, and some people will. Y'all make no mistake about it. This is happening to everybody, but some people absolutely will see the veil lifted, and they'll decide to put that motherfucker right back on. As sure as humans go human. Do you understand me? Some people are gonna put it right back on. They're gonna go right back into the trenches. They're gonna go right back into the patterns and habits from before. They put them in the same motherfucking places that they are in now. That's why free will exists. That's why we all got that motherfucking, that goes with that free will. And that also goes with us having to understand. That comes along with where we at right now. If we resonating with this, where we at with understanding that people do got their free will, right? And I am not fighting you anymore to use your free will. You are free to do whatever the fuck you want to do, right? I am releasing myself from the shackles of caring about what you choose to do with your free will, and I am embracing mine. I hope I'm making sense, but this is like what I'm picking up. And again, I don't feel like it's no gray area where y'all are, if this is resonating for you. But I'm gonna tell you something else. There's no gray areas with any energies that you are presenting this to either. I don't feel like you're letting. I feel like you're letting MFers know this as well. Like, you are deciding. This is a decision. This is a choice. This is choosing. This is choosing, right? And you know what? And that goes back to that authentic thing we talked about. Because to go back to the love situation. Think about the people that you loved and that you just knew like that you felt like if you kept working on them, working with them, if you kept working on this with them, that there was going to be a point where the energies was going to match and that you were going to get justice out of it, right? It was going to work out in your favor because the energies were going to match, right? That's the kind of energy, right, that I'm picking up on, right? And just imagine realizing that you got to completely with accepting somebody's free will. This is you, like, with the death. It's like I said, releasing yourself from the shackles of that hope, that expectation. It could even be even wanting that shit at this point. I don't even want your ass around me at this point, right? I don't even desire for you to get better or fix yourself. I just want you to stay the fuck away from me. And some of y'all are making that fucking decision, right? But I do feel like the energy that y'all making that decision with are they know it. They know it. They know it. There could also be energies right now that are understanding the negative effects that they have had on you because of the power and control that they've had to waste your time and do this to you. Those energies are aware. Some of you, it may be funny, y'all may not believe me, but for some of y'all, they can look at y'all and tell. They can look at you and tell that you have released yourself. It may be forcing someone to really get their shit together. Could be. Like, I don't want, like, because death and judgment could definitely be someone definitely going through some changes themselves and really, like, wanting another chance. I know those energies want another chance. Now, whether or not those energies are willing to do the work and change some things about them, that is to be seen. Let's find out what's waiting in the currently, okay? Yep. Yeah, we do that. We do that. And I'm going to tell you something. We do that with the best of intention and love, don't we? Don't we do that? And listen, it's not a perfect science, y'all. I'm a mom, and I'm talking that cold shit to y'all, and I understand logically that my children are their own people, and to a certain degree, I'm gonna have to let them go and let them live life and let them make mistakes and let them get out there. But the mother in me ain't gonna never stop mothering. I ain't gonna never stop trying to prevent it. You understand what I'm saying? Two things can be true at once, right? But there's been times lately when I'm feeling like I'm overwhelmed and they're driving me crazy. And I'm realizing that I have to change the way I respond to that shit, right? If I want to get back on track, I have to change the way I respond. The kids are going to be the kids. I do have to change the power and the control I allow certain shit to have over me and derail my plans and my day, right? Right? It feels, I like the feeling though. I like the feeling some of y'all are definitely in currently, if I'm getting this right. It feels like definitely being very much authentic and very unapologetic and definitely not giving a fuck anymore. And I don't mean that in a way where like I don't care about nothing and nobody. No, but I'm not giving a fuck. I'm not caring about nothing and all the wrong shit anymore. I'm not giving a fuck. Like I said, the negativity, whatever the negativity is. That's what you're not giving a fuck about no more, right? Don't care with someone, you know. And I like I said, it's aware. So let's see what's waiting. It knows it, right? Yeah. It's like you damned if you do and you damned if you don't, Leslie. You know what I'm saying? You want them to get out in the world because they got to get out there in the world because, like I used to tell my children this. I would tell them this. I push y'all to do certain things because I know, I understand that one day y'all going to be in this world without me. I'm not going to be around to call and come save y'all. And I want to leave here with the comfort of knowing that y'all can make it out here, that you'll be okay, that you can make it and you can take care of yourself. So yes, I'm going to push you because I need to make sure that you can do that before I leave this earth. The older you get, you understand your mortality. And I understand like life is fragile. And I've been blessed to be here this long, but I ain't promised tomorrow. So I got to push every fucking thing I got into you today. I want to leave this earth knowing that you're going to be okay. And sometimes you're not going to like when I push you. You're not gonna like it, but I'm doing it out of love, right? Like those are our children, and those are people that we brought into our life, and so those that's different, right? But then when you take anyone outside of your kids, right? Take anyone outside of the people that you gave birth to, right? Because those are truly the only people you really owe something to, right? The people that you are responsible for creating, right? Anyone outside of your kids. You don't owe anyone outside of the people that you created a damn thing. You know that? Like you don't owe them your time, your love, your energy. You don't owe that, right? But you give that. You give that freely because it makes you feel good, right? And I think the days of giving that just for the feeling of feeling good and being disappointed on the energy not matching when it comes back, right? It's over. And I feel like that energy knows it. So let's go ahead and talk about what's waiting here currently. What's waiting, Spirit? There's something waiting here. Like I said, it's also knowing that energy will always be around. Some of you, this energy is waiting on a second chance. Look, Four of Pentacles. Oh, what is somebody holding on? What is this? Four of Pentacles is holding on to something and waiting. Some of you is definitely like the world. See, for some of you, I feel like it was something about currently holding on to hope, right? Waiting on something that was just wasting your damn time, right? It's like holding on to shit and waiting on some shit to change and realizing that you holding on to it because you're waiting for certain things to evolve about situations is what was robbing you, right? It's a waste of time, right? It's almost like if I can keep on holding on, if I'm gonna keep holding on, I'll be waiting, right? If you want to keep on holding on to some shit, you will be waiting. I also feel like, with the Four of Pentacles, certain type of energies that's not changing, that's refusing to change, that's stubborn, inflexible, cheap, selfish, misery. Those energies will always be waiting. You understand what I'm saying? That energy is always waiting to pull you back in. But I also feel like there's an awareness of that if you're waiting and like if you're holding on to hope or faith or something about that, dealing with the Four of Pentacles, with the kind of people that are refusing to change, that are stubborn and inflexible, right? Energies that's full of shit, that's so full of their own shit. If you waiting on energies that's full of their own shit to change, you'll be waiting. So it's almost like I can't let that shit control me anymore. I can't let that shit have control over me anymore. No power over me. I can't let that shit waste my time. I'm good. I've always been good. Without or despite someone else. It's almost like I don't even know when I got the damn idea that I needed to work with this motherfucker in the first place, right? I don't know who I'm talking to. I don't know what this is pertaining to, but I'm getting it, right? Now, for some of you, there are energies that completely wants a new beginning here. If this is about somebody returning, this is definitely somebody who robbed you of something. And like I said, it doesn't have to be literal. It could have been robbed you of your time, robbed you of your emotions. Like I said, for some of you, there's an energy currently here that had that power and control over you in some sort of way to have that negative effect over you, right? I do feel like they are aware that is completely changed, that you have rebirthed, right? That you would definitely release the shackles of you release yourself from the shackles of them, that you're not waiting and holding on. There's energies that know that you're not waiting and holding on. There could definitely be energies that are wanting a second chance currently with you, holding on to hope. It could even be somebody waiting to reach out too. I gotta tell you that, waiting, and the Four of Pentacles in the World, it could be somebody waiting. But there is but if it is someone feeling that way currently, like I said, they know that they had a negative effect on your life. They know that they were non-committal, right? They know that they had a negative effect. They know that they kept you waiting. They know that you feel like that they are a thief in whatever way. And this person could definitely be waiting to send you a message. The World could be a message online, DM, right? I do feel like if that is the case, this person sees you with the Nine of Pentacles. This person sees you. It's something about you doing better now on your own, right? It's something about you looking good, doing some shit on your own, right? What's under this world? Look, the Knight of Wands. I told you, the lust energy, the non-committal. Told you. For some of you, there is somebody who you wrapped up a cycle with because of this. Now, they might be trying to tell me that they know that they want to change and shit, and they going through a death and rebirth, but I'm not going to speak for them. I'm just going to let the messages speak for themselves. But I do feel like some of you, that the energy that's been doing that period is aware that this shit is wrapping up. The tolerance for the non-committal, the Knight of Wands, the reckless, impulsive, the in and out, the negativity, the witchcraft, the hexing, right? The casting of spells. That energy is aware that shit is dead. Everybody is here. Give me one more for this waiting energy, and we're going to see what's coming in the near future. The Six of Wands. I definitely feel like there's recognition and acknowledgement that you're not waiting. Someone could definitely be waiting to say something to you. I definitely feel like someone could be waiting to kind of like give you your props. Somebody could definitely be not getting the attention that they so thoroughly crave right now. I feel like the days of paying attention to someone, they're waiting for attention, they're not getting. Look, the Magician. I told you. I feel like the spell is broken. I just feel like the days of whatever negative effect or spell someone has been casting, I feel like there's a complete energy of freeing yourselves from the shackles of it. What's funny is that energy will always be around. For some of you, was just sitting back doing the same shit and still waiting. But for others of you, it's aware that is happening. And it may be evoking a change in some. It will evoke a change in some people. Some people will change, and some people will come back, and they will want a second chance. They will acknowledge, right? They could definitely be going through a dark night of the soul and having some sort of acknowledgement, and definitely coming to some sort of terms with some ego checks about wasting your time, wasting your energy, wasting your whatever, right? But I feel like you are aware that energy is always waiting. And I feel like you're telling me you're going to have to go ahead and shine and do you anyway and start manifesting what you're manifesting. The Magician, look. Look, the Eight of Swords. Look. Look at the sneaky. There go the Seven of Swords again. Look. Look at the thief. Look at the waster of time here. I told you. The wasters of times are all in their head. I'll tell you this. The wasters of times, the thieves, whatever the thieves are, whoever the people that have the power and control to be able to waste someone's times, emotions, money, and all that shit that's being let go of, they're all in their head. I told you there's somebody, slick motherfuckers. It could be slick motherfuckers who think they slick, right? Like I said, but words are spells too. And I do feel like some of us are just accepting that the manipulative shit that was said to us, that put negative shit in our head, that allow us to waste our own time, or that may have robbed us of, we may feel like that type of shit robbed us of our ambitions, our ability, our self-esteem, right? It's not like it's like not fucking with that no more, right? Some of us are definitely currently trying to figure out how to really incorporate our magic, and there is an energy of strategizing on what you're on what you're going to put your energy and effort into. Some of you are definitely making plans for yourself, but you're keeping them to yourself. Like, no one may not know what it is that you're working on. Something you're working on that you may very much keep to yourself, but you're doing it from an energy of strength. You're strong. And I do feel like some of you may be doing that in order to remain strong and push forward with your goals and what it is that you want. And you'll get it. For others of you, it is other energies trying to figure out how they can come back and work on some things. Some of you, there's somebody trying to figure out how they can come back and work on some shit, but they still want to try to remain in an energy of strength and control and power. That ain't going to work. But for some of you, there's energies that's wanting to come back because they are seeing the strength in you. It could be like somebody now wanting to admire the strength in you, right? Because you're no longer waiting. You're no longer fucking around, for sure. So let's go ahead and get some on the near future. This one a lot longer than I expected, but I'm not mad at it. Let me get some for the near future and clarify it. Spirit, the near future. I'm glad y'all enjoying it. Please make sure y'all throw me the likes. I hope it's resonating. Near future, Spirit. Can you tell us what should we be expecting in the near future? Locked. Detached. Indecision. I'm telling y'all, listen, the people who are being detached from, I do feel like the energies that you are detaching from know that they got some decisions to make. Again, everybody got decisions, right? In the near future. I feel like you, because if this is resonating for you and you're understanding where I'm coming from, you yourself are not so indecisive about the decisions that you have to make. I feel like if I'm talking to you about the near future, you are definitely sure what you have to detach from. You are making a decision to detach, right? You are choosing to detach and lock your heart away from energies that you feel like you cannot move forward with. Some of you are making that decision in the near future for sure. But I also feel like there are energies that are aware. Like I said, the detachment is being felt. Energies that are coming up as the thieves, the detachment from them energies are being felt currently. They feel that they are being detached from by others. They feel it, right? And they know they got some decisions. And these are people that did shit for the wrong reasons. They contemplate and they uncertain about the future. But I don't feel like you are. You are just choosing to detach yourself and lock away that piece of your heart that you might have gave them because you can't move forward. And you may be also coming to the realization, like I said, I feel like you are coming to the realization they're making a decision to detach, because I feel like you feel like certain energies do shit for the wrong reasons. Give me more for the near future. What should we expect in the near future, Spirit? Near futures. Look, wasting time. What I told you. This is detaching from energies that's feeling like that. Stuck, limited, no changes, right? And some of you are realizing that these energies will always have a piece of your heart, right? So I can be talking about, if I'm talking about people you love, I'm talking about people you absolutely do love. See, that's nothing about, it's not about, I'm hearing what's love got to do with it. Moving was just flip face forward. I don't even know when it came out. I'm gonna take it and I'm gonna get one more. But I'm hearing what's love got to do with it, right? Right? Because for some of you, it's absolutely energies that you love, right? I could be talking about people that you love, right? But if they are wasting your time, if things are stuck, right? If nothing is changing, if they have a limited view, or they're limiting themselves, or they're limiting you, right? See, that's why the moving is here, because this is the opposite of wasting time. Now, why is wasting time and moving down here, right? Now, again, there are definitely energies in the near future that know that you are doing this. Some people could be definitely feeling like you are the missing piece of their heart because you detached, right? Because it's, like I said, if you are treating certain energies and certain people like they are a waste of your time, whether you're saying it energetically, I feel like you are showing it that some shit is just a waste of your time because it's stuck, limited, and no changes, and you're moving. That energy is aware. I also feel like for some of you, that energy really may be coming to the realization that they better get moving, right? For sure. Right? Because I do feel like the awareness of a detachment is happening. Right? I'm not dealing with shit that's wasting my time. Look, ghost. Just getting the fuck away from that shit. Leaving behind, disappearing, cold, no contact. Told you. In the near future, some of y'all are doing that. I'm picking up Cancerian, Virgo energy. Don't have to be neither one. But I do feel like I said, it's up there. It's out there. The kids are in the street. Like... as we used to say, the kids in the street. Give me one more for the near future, and then we're going to clarify. Give me one more for the near future. It's aware. I do feel like, I feel like there's an aware. You are going to detach from anything that's a waste of your time. No matter how much you may love someone, you may feel attached. Right? Uh-oh. No, there's too many. Yeah. I'm going to take them. 4 more came out, but they saying something, and I got to let it go. I got to let them... No, it's too many. Oh, no, it's too many. Sorry, it's like 7. Every time I start moving them. Give me clean. One more. One more for the near future. Yep, reflecting. And what's underneath the deck? Terms, working it out big and negotiating. I'm telling you, for some of y'all, there is energies that's going to come back to you. I heard new terms and conditions. listen, if there are energies that you absolutely positively have to deal with, right? Like I said, I just talked to y'all about the children. The children are going to be the children. They're going to do what they're going to do. There are definitely going to be times that they're going to drive me crazy, right? I am raising them. So certain things about them, I'm going to have to parent and try to correct and control, but they're going to be themselves, right? But I also have to control how I respond to them, because I can't let that be the bane of my existence and the reason why I can't walk and chew bubble gum all day long. You understand what I'm saying? So, like, let's say if we're talking about something dealing with children, this is you working out the terms and conditions. This is like you working it out. If it's somebody like that, right, that's in your life that you have to deal with on some level. If it's someone that you have to deal with, that you're forced to deal with, right? Because not all these people is people that you're forced to deal with. I do see you guys working something out. I see the negotiations, but I'm hearing new terms and conditions, right? This is like new terms and conditions, right? Yeah, I'm going to deal with you because I have to, but it's going to be under new terms and conditions, right? For some of you, there's definitely somebody that's wanting to come back working it out. Look, it says working it out, begging, and negotiating. See, want you back. See, somebody may want to come back and do things on your terms, right? They're going to want to come back and do something on your terms. And what's under here? Magnifying glass. Yep, show and prove, validation, confirmation, finding the truth. Yeah, this is somebody that's going to want to come back and see things. Someone's going to want to work it out. They're going to want to negotiate. They're going to want you back. They're going to want to see things from your, I'm here highlighting some shit, right? Highlighting, validating. There it is, validating, right? Validating that you were right? Validating your concerns, right? Validating some confirmations. Again, what I say. I love to say I told you so. I some people hate to say I told you. I hate to say I told you. I love. This is like some of you. This is somebody coming back validating every fucking thing you said, right? For sure. Because I see what's being highlighted is about the conflict that you've been having with somebody. Hold on one second, y'all. That's one of the kids. There you go. Baby, I'm live. I'm gonna call you right back, okay? Yeah. So in the near future, I feel like reflecting is someone else, because I feel like if this is resonating from your perspective, I feel like you've done some reflecting already, right? And you could definitely be definitely still doing some reflecting for sure. But I feel like the energy that is being given off in the near future has others reflecting, because reflecting is sitting. See, this is somebody sitting their ass back in a dunce's chair having a think, okay? Because see, yeah, I do feel like this is definitely in the near future, moving the fuck away from anything that you feel like is a waste of time, that is stuck, limited, and no changes. It's like you could stay and do whatever you want to do. Here's what I'm going to do. In the words of Tina, let me tell you what I'm going to do. I don't know what you going to do, Ike. What you going to do? Pistol whip me? Shoot me? Let me tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to go out there and perform. I got a room full of people waiting to see me. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go do Tina. My son handsome, y'all. He been looking at himself in the mirror. You want to come say hi, Reggie? Yeah. Come say hi. He wants y'all to see how handsome he going to be for his senior pictures.
Hey, little live stream.
Everybody say hi to Reggie. He's taking senior pictures. You blurry because of the camera, because it's phasing you out. Yep, you got to get closer. This is Reggie. He's taking senior pictures tomorrow. He's just looking at his suit. Now go take it off or you get something on it. Bye-bye. Right. I paid too much for that fucking sweater. I paid too much for that sweater. I don't want a piece of lint on that sweater. I digress. But yeah. Right. In the near future, there's definitely energies that are sitting back reflecting, right? And I do feel like there's an energy of regret about the time that they did. Like, somebody could be reflecting on the time they wasting your time, right? Like someone could be regretting all the shit that they didn't do, right? The opportunity that they didn't have with you while they were wasting your time, right? Right? Like, damn, I shouldn't have been bullshitting, right? I'm picking that up too in the near future, right? Like, damn, I was bullshitting, right? When I had the power and control to get this person to have the, when I had the power and control over this person for them to make them care, I was bullshitting, right? Like, damn, what the fuck was I thinking when I was able to do that, right? Like, I was wasting time when I had the power and control, right? Let's go ahead and clarify with some tarot for the near future. Pay too much for that sweater. You can take that right on off and hang that right on up. And matter of fact, I don't even want him to put it on until he get to the photographers. My damn money. Right. All right. So let's see what the near future, let's see what this locked energy is about. Like I said, I see it two ways. For some of you, you are definitely detaching away from energies that you still do have a heart for, right? You are detaching, right? Because you feel like you can't move forward. Like, even though you love them and they'll always have a piece of your heart, or the moment that they had your heart, they had it. But something about the situation you can't move forward with, right? Either you are doing that, or the energies or energies that you have detached from still very much feel like you have a piece of their heart, but they do know that you have detached. You have locked away your heart. So let's see what we get here. Thank y'all. I got 2 more months before he is officially an adult. And he may be adult in age, but Jesus. Absolutely. Let's get some for this lot. Some people you are going to love from a distance, and they are going to feel that distance. Trust me. Look, the Magician. There you go again. Wheel of Fortune. Some of you are detaching, but with the Magician, you are this Magician. Some of you are detaching in order to recreate, right? Because the Magician is a motherfucking creator. A magician is someone who is skilled and gifted. They have all the tools. They have all the God-given tools and ability to create. Again, the 9 of Pentacles energy. Someone who is always, whether they knew it or not, right? Whether life or someone made them feel negativity, whether someone's negative words cast a spell and fucked them up and allowed them to waste their time, or convinced them or manipulated them. This is someone who's always had the skills and ability to recreate whatever he or she. Some of us are gifted. Some of us are magical. A lot of us are. I dare say all of us are if we really unlock it in ourselves. But some people just choose to use their powers for evil. Some people have the same magic, and the magic that they have, that God gave us all, they use that fucking magic to do the absolute awful shit, right? And I feel like this is detaching from those energies, right? Detaching from those energies, even if it's people that you love. But it's also detaching from those energies with the motherfucking realization of knowing that you can do this. The Magician, you can do this. You can recreate whatever the fuck you want, right? You're magical. Here's the Wheel of Fortune. This is definitely changing. Changing the conflict. Yep, it's something about a changing conflict. Whether this is changing the way you respond to the conflict, changing the way you deal with someone who likes conflict. This is change in shit where there's been the battle, right? If this is warfare, this is being very smart and strategic. This is picking and choosing your motherfucking battles wisely. I'll tell you that much for sure. Yep, look, the sun is under the Ace of Swords. This is seeing every fucking thing clearly. Do you see this? The sun and the Ace of Swords is seeing everything clearly, speaking clearly. Am I speaking clear to you on the mic? This is you speaking clearly on the mic. seeing everything clearly, knowing the truth, seeing the truth, knowing what you got to detach from. Some of you, it's even in the near future, you are doing this because you recognize that this kind of energy could have definitely robbed you of your potential, right? Y'all, words are spells. They are spells. If you came up, if you've been in an environment, I don't care if it's your childhood, I don't care if it's your relationship, I don't care if it's your job. If you've been in an environment so long where you are being, the words that are being spoken are beating you down, even if you don't realize it subconsciously, those words will start to soak in. They will. You may not even realize that they're soaking into your subconscious and that you are reacting and you're going about life based on the negative shit that someone else planted in your head about yourself. And that's and we rob ourselves of our potential when we do that. We do. I know everybody could relate to feeling excited about something and wanting to do something and being very revved up about something and telling the one wrong motherfucker that shit. And they could take the complete fucking sales, the fucking win out your sales, right? But whether you know it or not, you've given that person some sort of power and control to rob you of something. That's a robbery. That person robbed your ass. If you let what they say and do affect you, they robbed you. They robbed you. So there's a difference in how, in the near future, conflicts, it's something about the way conflicts are going to be addressed, right? Because it's the wheel of fortune is shit got to change. And shit got to change in my favor. You understand what I'm saying? I'm not engaging in any conflict where the shit is not going in my favor because I see it really clearly. And it could almost be like I could see that if I don't change, because like I said with the Five of Wands, this could be a conflict. This could be an energy where someone is always good. You're going to always be at war with somebody. There's going to always be somebody that you're going to conflict with because people are stupid. And I don't care how smart you are and how much you're trying to help somebody and how much you're telling somebody the truth and trying to help them see the truth. As long as you are trying to help someone see the truth and assist people in seeing the truth and getting people to the light, there's going to always be some conflict because some stupid motherfucker going to always argue you down. I don't give a damn what profession you work in, you're going to run across it. If you work with people, if you don't live on a desert island and don't deal with people, if you have any interaction with people, there are going to be times when you are going to speak the truth, know the truth, and having the best intentions of expressing it, and you're going to find yourself arguing with a dumb motherfucker that just want to beef, right? And so you have to change the way you respond to it, right? You know that, right? We know that, right? But again, I do feel like the energies that have been casting the spells definitely know. And you know what? I'm gonna tell you something else too. The energies that do that people are detaching from, those energies know that the spell is broken. And you know what? I heard those energies in the near future are feeling a sense of emptiness because not having someone else's energy to feed off of was kind of like the fuel, right? Nothing works if no one is feeding off of that. You understand what I'm saying? They can't cast spells, right? They can't move forward if people are detaching, right? For sure. Let's see what this waste of time is in the near future. What's this waste of time about here in the near future? Look. Ten of Wands. Now, what is the Ten of Wands? The Ten of Wands is when you just can't carry something. The load is too heavy to carry. You can't carry dead weight. You can't carry dead weight. And let me tell you what's funny about that. Death. Somebody, listen, there could be somebody who is very old, very set in their ways, but not a very good person. And it could be someone who is like very much a waste of time. Like it's a waste of time trying to change someone. That person could be going on to glory. Because it could literally be somebody wasting their time and marching into that good night. Died the way they were and wasn't changing. But it could almost be like, I'm not saying people being dead to you, because I don't feel like people are dead to you necessarily. I don't speak that way. People aren't dead to you, but it's definitely like, again, letting something just completely end, change, and transform. Scorpio energy is its death. It's here twice. For some of you, it's definitely about people who you love. And realize that you're going to always love them. They're going to always have a piece of your heart. But certain aspects of y'all relationship, it cannot continue. You can't move forward with certain things, with situations dealing with them, right? Certain situations with them cannot move forward, right? Certain ways that you're dealing with them, certain ways that you're carrying for them, carrying the load, holding space. You can't carry all that by yourself, right? And you could definitely be realizing in the near future that if they want to waste time, if they want to stay stuck, and if they want to stay limited, and if they want to change, like, you can't carry it. Death. Complete transformation. I still love you, right? And I'm gonna tell you something. I'm also getting in that energy too, an energy of that death and rebirth, like completely allowing this transformative shit to happen, and you realize that you got to completely transform with the way you deal with shit and people, and not carry other people's shit so much. And it's, for some of you, it's all about like being there for yourself and being good to yourself. There's an energy of self-love coming in. A big energy of self-love, like the reward of self-love paying off a whole lot. But for some of you, I gotta tell you, there's love coming. Now, I don't know if this is a returning love or a new love, but I do see some things changing. And with the Knight of Cups to the Ace of Cups, there's new love. There's an Ace of Cups coming in. I feel the Page of Swords and the Devil. So it's let me tell you like this. Whatever toxicity, whatever toxicity, stagnation, or negative aspect of some things are definitely being examined in the near future. It's being examined. And there's a lot of soul searching and introspection about it. Again, whether you're deciding to just leave some shit in the dust, some of you are leaving some shit in the dust, period, and new is coming in. For others of you, the people that you are leaving in the dust, some of these people, especially if it's people that you want, that you would like for things to change with, you just want them to, like I said, it's something about like it gotta match up. They gotta match your energy. For some of you, if it's someone that you're wanting to come back, it could really be somebody coming back that has really changed, right? That's really come to terms with their bullshit. And it may have took for you to really detach and move on. Some of you, it took for you to completely detach and move on, for sure. Because you couldn't carry some shit anymore. But I do feel like for a lot of y'all, I do see new love. I do see whatever toxicity that's been going on, it is being examined in the near future. And there's soul searching and introspection and examination happening of that. And then I see the truth, the sun. And it's the truth being exposed. Wow. So let's get one for this moving, because I do feel like y'all are not carrying the burden and the baggage of energies that you feel like have been wasting your time and holding you back. Even if you love them, you are detaching from them and deciding to manifest and move forward. I do feel like those energies are feeling that shit for sure. They are. I do feel like they are aware. They know that they're being detached from. They know whatever spell or manipulation or whatever cast, however they were casting their nets, they know that some shit is detaching. There's an awareness. Somebody is aware that they are the waste of time. They are the fucking problem. That people, that is the energies of people changing and moving on. Some of them are maybe having dark nights of the soul and coming back and wanting to ask for forgiveness. I'm gonna be honest with you, but I do feel like the energy of moving on is here in the near future. It's like I'm moving the fuck on. Whoever can waste their time however they want. Look, and I already have reflected here. I'm gonna clarify which is the Hermit. And the Hermit is on top of it. We got Virgo Cancerian energy here. I'm telling you, if you think someone is not soul searching and doing introspection and don't know, even if you're not telling certain people that you are detaching and deciding to move on, they're aware in the near future. They know. Some of you got people doing deep soul searching and introspection because you are doing this. Some of you are moving in secrecy and silence yourself. You got a little motherfucking trick up your sleeve. Some of you are moving in secrecy and silence. You may be holding on to your coins. You may be just waiting on something. You holding back. You coming out of a bag. Some of you are. You already decided to detach. You decide to wait at a low or whatever you've been carrying, dealing with some shit. And you deciding to go ahead and move on. And move forward. You decide that you can create a future for yourself. You capable regardless. Like I said, like I said, whether this is being spoken clearly out to people or this is just energetically happening. And again, I feel like it's happening from the CEO all the way down to the janitor, as far as where people are in life and where people stand in life and where people like their titles and shit. You understand what I'm saying? However this goes, okay? There's an energy of looking into how to move forward and to in the near future there's this examination being done on how to move forward and recreate some other shit and start all over. At the same time, how to detach, like leave whatever it's gonna be, right? Whoever don't want to change, whoever can't understand it, can't get on board. And I feel like that's bigger than just this read. I'm telling you, I see it. There's some sort of effort to detach and not carry the load. Like, yeah. Here's the Knight of Wands. There's that reckless, impulsive energy again, right? The Page of Swords, Page of Wands. See, something about looking into new beginnings, looking into new alliances, looking into new situations. There could be something about moving with kids, something about kids, or something about new beginnings, new alliances, new partnerships. What's going on with the Knight of Wands? Ten of Cups. I'm telling you, I feel like the Knight of Wands energy is losing community, losing support. Yep, I feel like that. I feel like in the near future, Knight of Wands energy is losing support. Some of the Knight of Wands energies that's losing support is forcing them to change, right? And some of them are coming back, wanting another chance, wanting to update the terms and conditions because they want you back. So they willing to definitely highlight and magnify the problem and talk, and try to figure out the problem. They may be looking deep inside themselves, right? Because they feeling like you're detaching from them, right? That you finally done figured out that you looking at them like a waste of time. And it could be somebody who don't appreciate that. They don't want you to look at them like a waste of time, but they have been full of shit. I can tell you that. So they could be doing some soul searching, right? Give me one more for this moving in the Hermit here. The Eight of Cups. Ooh, what I tell you? What did I tell you? There's examination on some moves that's going to be made. The Hermit, you see how he got that lantern? This is him highlighting. This is him shining a light into the dark places of some shit, right? Going into some dark places and highlighting. Now, for some of y'all, it's literal. It's something about waiting on some sort of background check or credit check or something to be done to move. It could literally be something about just waiting on something to be finalized in order to move. The Eight of Cups is walking away from people, places, and things that's no longer serving, right? Look, they go to Two of Swords. Told you. Strength. Yep. It's something about the strength to just turn your back and walk away. And again, some of y'all, if y'all think somebody don't know you doing that in the near future, even if it's not being spoken, they do. Someone feels that shit. Someone feels. I'm sorry. I am not saying that on YouTube. Yep. But for some of you, like I said, I do. I already feel like in the near future, there's light being shown in the dark places. And it's something about moving forward. And the Eight of Cups is about walking away from people, places, and things that's no longer serving. Period. And like I said, whether you're doing it, which I do feel like a lot of you are, but this could be someone definitely feeling and knowing that you're doing it, right? With the Two of Swords and Strength, they know that you're doing it. And they feel it, and they may be knowing that they're going to have to come to some terms, right? Because the Hermit definitely does some introspection and soul searching, too. They may need to get they act together, right? There's a Two of Swords and Strength. I'm going to clarify this Hermit one more time because it's here twice, reflecting. It's the Hermit for the near future. Give me more for this reflecting energy. What is someone reflecting on in the near future, Spirit? What is this reflection about in the near future? Uh-oh. I fucking hate this. I told y'all, for some of y'all, if somebody was sneaky, right, and they wasted your time, it could definitely be somebody sitting back reflecting on how they did. Again, because somebody could be realizing that someone is moving on. Again, I am picking up that energy of it's definitely feeling like whoever, like the energies, whatever energies that have been sneaky, manipulative, casting spells, creating negativities, wasting people's time, money, energies, and emotions, whatever's happening in the near future, that is sending that energy into the thinking corner. They are reflecting on that shit in the near future because something is happening about the way the energies are detaching from them that is letting them know that, right? Some of you, like I said, you might have a plan in the near future. And it's something about you definitely being very fucking strategic about whatever it is that you're doing and however that you're moving. Some of you are in the near future definitely thinking back on the past like this sneaky motherfucker. Ooh-wee. They go to Three of Pentacles to the Six of Wands. Ooh-wee. Give me one more. Why is the Seven of Swords here for this reflecting energy in the near future? Some of y'all could be a Virgo. Someone could, like I said, I do feel like in the near future, there's someone doing a lot of deep soul searching and introspection about whatever behavior that they exhibited that wasted someone's time, and about having the power and control to be able to waste people's time, and definitely knowing that there's energies that are moving away from them, right? Even if they're quiet, they know it. They feel it and they know it. They know that whatever spell that they've been casting, the spell is broken. The Empress. See, and that's what we started. Good. The Three of Wands. See, I told you about something about keeping. Listen, we started with the Empress, and I told you was the Empress and you was popping your shit, right? Because you could. We started that in the recent past, that you was the Empress and you was popping your shit because you could, right? Now in the near fucking future, I had somebody sitting up reflecting, because here go the Empress, the Three of Wands, something about reflecting about keeping you waiting, right? It was a bad idea to keep you waiting. I do feel like, yeah, whoever on a bigger scale, whoever thought it was a good idea to waste someone's time, to keep someone waiting, right? Right? Whoever thought that someone had to give a fuck, that people had to give a fuck, because I told you unfazed, it's like, I don't give a fuck. Unapologetically, I'm going to do what I want to do and I don't give a fuck. I don't care if what I say is going to hurt your feelings because it's the truth. I'm not letting what you say hurt my motherfucking feelings. Hurt people. You just popping shit because you mad and you hurt. I do feel like there's something about someone reflecting in the near future that they kept someone waiting They could definitely be thinking about the sneaky behavior that they exhibited. There is someone, for some of you, with a plan. There is someone with a plan to come back towards you. They're waiting. They're waiting. I'm gonna tell you, because I did see somebody wanting to come back like I changed and asking for another chance. They're waiting and they're holding something back. They could be waiting to give you some sort of acknowledgement. I also feel like for some of you, it's been somebody who was extremely stubborn. Right? It could be someone who thought that they could hold back and just wait out of ego and that you would come to them. Right? Someone could have did this. Someone could realize that they wasted their own fucking time thinking that they could hold back and wait and be stubborn and not give to you out of ego. They thought that they could wait and they could waste your time. They could be realizing that they wasted their own time again. I see it. Ooh, 3 of Wands, 10 of Cups. Yep. Give me one more for this reflecting here. Some of you definitely got a plan and you're being strategic. And some of you, if you got a plan and you know that you got to execute something perfectly and strategically and quietly, you're going to do it the right way. And it could definitely have everything to do with distancing yourself and manifesting something new. You could be, in the near future, if you feel like a situation that you're in is a waste of time and the load that you're carrying in that situation is too heavy, right? It's too heavy. Whatever situation that you're in, if you're feeling like it's a stuck situation, there's no changes, you may definitely, a piece of your heart may be attached to that situation, but you may definitely be deciding that it's time to manifest a new beginning for yourself. Now, for whatever reason, you may feel like you need to be very quiet about your moves, right? You may definitely, I'm picking up a lot of Virgo energy, Taurus, Libra, I got air, I got water, I got Cancer, right? And if you're doing that, you are doing the right thing. If you have a strategic plan on how you're going to get away from a situation that you feel like is a waste of your time, and you can manifest what you can do with the Magician, you're better served manifesting somewhere else, you're doing the right thing. Again. But the funny thing about it is like I said, you may not be verbally saying this, but I do feel like those energies are aware. It ain't a motherfucking thing they can do about it. And I don't feel like nobody bad enough to confront you because you're coming off as unfazed and will pop your shit. But don't think it's not. For some of y'all, it's something about the way y'all are looking. It's something about the look on your face that may be telling people certain things about how you're getting ready to move. Okay? Okay, I'm sorry, y'all. I've been all over here running my mouth, but I see y'all. Hey. So, also, I do see for some of y'all, it is someone that could definitely be trying to figure out how to come towards you because they know that you're doing this. And it could also be someone that has to walk away from people, places, and things that's no longer serving them themselves. I do feel like there's also energies that are reflecting and regretting. Like I said, the time that they wasted your time, they realized they wasted their own time because they didn't utilize you, right? They wasted their own time wasting your time because you're coming up as the Empress, right? Good on your own, good regardless, right? And all I was trying to do was help your dumb ass, right? All I wanted to do was see you be great, right? You thought you was doing something cold by keeping me waiting. You're not great. You're still not great. And I'm better. So how you like that? Let me go and get one more on this before I get out of here. Okay, y'all, it's 7:17 my time. If y'all want to do Q&A, we can do it. I will log off, give myself a little time to decompress, get all my shit together before we get started, my weed and all that. And we can do that, and we can settle on the time. This was my warm-up. But y'all need to let me know. If not, I'm going to work on my private reads, and I'm going to work on maybe doing a pre-record for Pisces. I know I'm right, though, with the Ace of Swords. Yep, I'm right. Give me one more on this redirecting. I mean, this reflecting. I said redirecting. Reflecting. The Seven of Swords and the Empress here. Six of Swords. I'm telling you. In the near future, I do feel like there are energies that energies are aware that there are things that are moving on. It's almost like playing yourself, because there's energies of moving on. If you think someone is not sitting back thinking about you moving on, that someone is not affected in the near future, they are. They're aware that you're doing it, whether it's being spoken or not. Doing a lot of soul searching about it. I do feel like there's also a lot of reflecting again of opportunities. I almost feel like it's somebody who's sitting back thinking about how they fucked up the opportunity with you. Because again, it's almost like they could be looking back on something fond about you in the past. That's how I'm hearing it. Like, looking back on something fondly about you in the past that you used to give, because the Empress is here. Thinking about something fondly that you used to give in the past, right? And wanting that in the present. And like really feeling like they fumbled it, right? They wish they would have enjoyed it more then when you were offering it, right? Because you have now moved on, right? Right? Like almost like I said, like they cheated themselves, like they robbed themselves, right? Because if they would have ever thought that you was really going to move on, they would have had a ball, right? 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 I feel like somebody is sitting back thinking like if they would have knew you was actually going to actually move on and see them as a waste of time, they'd have had the time of their motherfucking life. They're thinking about opportunities when they had that kind of access to you, when they had that kind of access. They feel like they played themselves, right? Because if they'd have knew that you were really going to move on. Because like I said, it's something about you moving on and turning your back that had this person doing some soul searching. Right? Because yesterday's price ain't today's price. Right? Ree, and you going to be first. You first, Ree. We got to get this time together before I clock off, though. We going to get the time together, too. I want to try to do what's going to work for everybody. While simultaneously giving myself enough time to eat and get me some coffee made and make sure that I'm comfortable and I'm ready when we come back on. Don't write your name down, Lee. I got you. You number one, babe. Right? I definitely feel that. But again, some of you, it's your own plan to move on. It's your own plan. Right? Some of you may just be waiting on something to be approved. Okay. Y'all definitely want to... I'm going to wait to say it till we come back on live. Because I'm going to wait to see who jump in this live. But you definitely want to jump in. Everybody want to try to jump in if they can. Okay? Because there's a generous benefactor. But we're not going to talk about it unless you jump in. You do, Leslie? Okay, let me throw you on the list. Let me throw you. Okay, I got you. You number 2. I got you. I want one more before I go. Like I said, for some of you, it's a plan. It's a plan of what you're going to do. For some of you, I have to tell you, I do feel like there's someone sitting up thinking, strategizing, feels like how to come back and get another chance here. But again, it's with the full knowledge and understanding that you feel like, I got you, Marcia. It's with the full knowledge and understanding that you have now decided that this person is a waste of time. Because that's how you treat them. It's no way, like I said, if this is a person returning, this is a person who, like, they know you see them. You see them. Because they're coming back wanting to negotiate the terms. I'm telling you. They want to work it out. They want to renegotiate the terms and conditions of whatever relationship y'all have. And they could be sitting back thinking, again, it is that same energy too, like, damn. Like when I had it good, right? Like when she fucked with me like that, right? Or when he fucked with me like that, right? Right? Give me one more for this reflecting. Look, somebody gonna have some shit to say. King of Swords and a King of Swords and the Eight of Wands. Now the King of Swords is already an energy of someone holding the sword of truth. The Eight of Wands is literal communication. And it is. Yeah, for some of y'all with the Knight of Wands, this is somebody who definitely, I got you, big dude. This is somebody who definitely want to communicate about this. This is somebody who's been thinking about their own behavior. For some of you, for sure. Listen, for some of y'all in the near future, this is going to be somebody who's been sitting back thinking about their shit. I'm going to tell you right now, because they go that Knight of Wands again. There's that non-committal energy, right? And with the Knight of Wands here and the Seven of Swords, they've been thinking about all their bullshit. Okay? But again, I cannot stress to you strongly enough. That only applies to some of you. And that's going to apply to the ones who have completely convinced this person that you see them as a waste of time, that you are detached. If this is somebody coming back, this is somebody that completely understands that you see them as a situation that you can't move forward with, and that you have already started the process or in the process of manifesting a new beginning for yourself, or you've already done it. This is somebody who knows that you feel like you carried the whole relationship, you carried the whole load, right? And you no longer carry it. This is someone doing deep introspection, deep soul searching, right? And if they're coming towards you, I do feel like it's something about them having to come to Jesus moment, about them having to walk away from people, places, and things that's no longer serving them, right? But I also feel like this person knows they're having some soul searching with moving in the Eight of Cups. They're having some soul searching because they know, like I said, whether the distance is bigger than just physical. There is an emotional and spiritual distance that you put yourself from between someone, and that kind of shit has made somebody really think. It's like if this is somebody returning, this would be somebody that has had a taste of life without you in it, and has really decided that they like I said, because it would have to be with them doing soul searching, it would have to be something about the connection with you that makes them feel like they don't want to be without it, right? For sure, right? And again, they could have to walk. It could be something about them needing to walk away from people and places and things that's no longer serving them. But it could also be something about the way there's something about you turning your back on them and moving in whichever way you're moving, right? And very much moving in a way that you're not carrying the weight of anything dealing with them and whatever situations that they have that are stuck, where there's no changes, right? Where there's limitations, right? Dealing with them, they could be feeling a way about you turning your back on them. They could really be sitting back thinking about how that shit is feeling with you. This is somebody who's definitely felt the sting of your absence, because you're coming up as the Empress and they're coming up speaking the truth with the King of Swords, right? And look, the Knight of Wands, the Four of Swords. See, this is definitely somebody who will want to make up with you, right? And I'm gonna tell you something else too, because I told you I saw some of y'all. Somebody could be definitely like I said, want to renegotiate. Some of y'all, somebody could be flat out begging, wanting to work it out, wanting to negotiate because they want you back. It could even be some admissions, because I see the magnifying glass highlighting like validity to some shit you said, or some validity to the shit you did, or validity to what they did, right? I also feel like the validity could be coming from them having to look very closely and examine their motherfucking life without you. For sure, this could be why somebody wants you back, right? Because having to examine their life without you didn't look too good. And that's why somebody could be speaking about the Knight of Wands behavior. And if it's somebody doing this in the near future with the King of Swords, you see how he got his armor on. Because if this is somebody you going to have some words for too, they prepared for what you got to say. That's why they got the armor on. They prepared for what you got to say. You ain't never told no lie. You ain't never told no lie. Right? Some of you, someone does want to speak to you about this. For some of y'all, I could literally see somebody in the near future. Like if it's like a real, how do I say this the right way? Because I talked about negativity, like negativity, people casting spells. Here it is again, right? Some sort of real negative, like a magician in reverse kind of energy here. For some of you, I can see that kind of magician in reverse energy, sitting back thinking that what they could say, right, and justification to try to move something forward in order to reconcile. But some of y'all may not be going for that. I do feel like somebody has lost the riz in the near future. A magician has lost the riz, and they know people moving away from them. They are. If the magician that's losing the riz, I don't give a damn what they say. They're just gonna look crazy. No matter what they say. Like if it's an energy where somebody is speaking, and no matter what it is they saying and speaking with the armor on, if it's the energy like where facts and truth and justice and the right ain't getting through, somebody just talking because it's motherfucking free, like people are moving on from that energy. And I could see somebody sitting back trying to figure out how they could readjust the little tricky shit that they do in order to move forward. But I feel like a lot of y'all are telling me like I'm not wasting my time. For sure, I'm not wasting my time. Now, for some of y'all, is somebody that wants to come back and literally, like I said, speak the truth about their own behavior. The Knight of Wands and the Lovers, yeah. This is somebody who you may have like this divine connection with, but they asses got out of pocket, right? Some shit got out of pocket, got out of control, went too fucking far to start. This could definitely be somebody wanting to heal that and wanting to speak to it. You got Gemini energy, Aquarius energy, Aries, Leo, Sag. Yep, Seven of Wands, the King of Cups, yep. Yep. For sure. It's a couple things I'm seeing here, but y'all just can't stay open to it. Now let's figure out what we want to do. It is 7:31 my time. How does 8:45 sound? So that gives me a little over an hour to eat, get everything together, get all the decks I want to use, get comfortable. How does 8:45 sound? If for any reason, if I'm ready before 8:45, I will turn it on. And if y'all catch it and y'all want to get the going, we can get the going. But how about we set it tentatively for 8:45? I just want to make sure I give myself enough time to make sure I eat and put something on my belly and stuff. Does 8:45 sound okay for you guys? Roughly 1 hour and 15 minutes or so. Sounds good? Does that work for everybody? Okay. Okay, cool. All right. So we are set. So far on the list, if I'm missing anybody, speak up now before I close out. So far on the list, you are number 1. I got Leslie at number 2. I got Marcia at number 3, and I got Big Dude at number 4. Okay. Yeah, get your shit together. That's what I gotta do. I gotta put something on my belly. I gotta get my joints together, right? Make sure I got my beverages and everything lined up. Get my decks out here that I want to do, right? Make sure I ain't too cold. Like right now, my feet a little cold, so I might put on some pants. You know, just make sure I'm gonna be comfortable. So when we get started, we can go on and get started, okay? So we will meet back up here in about 1 hour and 12 minutes, okay? I thank every last one of y'all for trusting me, believing me, supporting me, allowing me the opportunity. Please hype up the video. Please like, comment, subscribe, and share. Remember, if y'all interested in booking me for a read, you can always email me. We don't have to do everything live. I do private reads, and I do pretty decent work when my ass got my mind right. I'm trying to get this shit together. Okay? But I am coming back live in 1 hour, and we are going to do the Q&A session. We're going to have some fun. So get y'all stuff together, and I'm going to get my stuff together, and I will see you back here, okay? I appreciate every last single one of y'all. Please hype up the video. Y'all stay beautiful, stay safe, stay high vibing, and stay blessed. And even if you didn't book for the mini reads, but you are available, come back. I might have something for you, okay? Just come on back. I see y'all at 8:45, okay? I love y'all. See you soon.